with...
It's Amber Simone. I was going to have to ask you that too.
Amber Simone.
Like, what's your name on YouTube?
Yeah, and today we're going to be doing a mukbang. Anyone that doesn't know what a mukbang is basically we've picked a restaurant in Tanzania and we've got some of the local dishes and we're going to eat them live on camera and tell you how they taste, and then we'll rate it out of 10 at the end of the video. So, moving over to Amber.
Yeah, so hey guys, it's Amber Simone. What's up? This is another video coming to you from Tanzania. I am here with my friend Travelista. So we don't know each other's YouTube names, obviously, and we are going to be doing a what?
A mukbang.
Mukbang. Okay. Where we're going to be trying out a local restaurant here in Tanzania, and eating the food and conversating and basically letting you know the overall review for it by the end of the video. So, hey.
Yeah, so let's tuck in. So, should we tell them what we've got?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff today.
So, we've got chips.
Chips mayo?
Yeah.
Mayo. Yeah.
We've got ugali,
which we should probably say what they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Chips mayo,
which is egg and chips, like an egg chip omelette.
Exactly. And chips in the US is French fries. So it's like French fries mixed in eggs. It's an omelet with eggs in it. So that's chips mayo.
Yeah. And then
the ugali.
Right. Yeah. So, what's ugali? Do you want to explain?
It's kind of like cornmeal mixed with flour. It's like this thick starch, and other people in other countries may call it like fufu. Sometimes it has more of a bland taste, and sometimes it has more of a what is it? How do you describe it? I forget the word.
I don't know, but I like it. In Ghana, you have banku, or you have kenke, you have fufu. So it's a similar thing to that. You eat with stews and stuff.
Exactly. So we have that. Oh, and we have that with the samaki. Yeah. Which is fish.
Yeah, fish
with the sauce.
Yeah.
And then we kind of have stuff over. So that's
it's called
kuku and choma.
Kuku and
choma,
which is barbecue chicken.
Exactly. And then over here we just have some wali, which is rice.
Yeah, fried rice.
Yeah, we kind of got it custom made to make it fried rice with vegetables in it because it tastes really yummy. Oh, the last thing we have, I forgot what that's called.
So it's like a salad. So it's like tomatoes, carrots, red onions, chili. Is it like chilies?
Mm-hmm. A little spicy, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit spicy, so you just eat that with everything.
Yeah, you kind of put it on top of stuff. I think it starts with a cake. Kumbachari or something like that. I gotta look. And then for dessert, for dessert we got a brownie. So the restaurant has local foods.
Yeah.
As well as other types of foods from all over the world. So it's a good mixture. And then some juice.
Yeah, passion fruit juice.
Exactly.
Cool. So let's tuck in.
Okay.
So we've got chicken here.
Yeah. Let me see, what do I do? You have this plate here, so that's good. Do you want to eat off the same plate?
Yeah, I don't mind because
everything's
everything's just all over the place. Let's just start with the chips mayo.
Yeah, maybe put some stuff.
Yeah,
that was a good idea to get the plate.
So this is chips mayo.
Chips mayo.
When I first got here and I went to a restaurant and I went into the city and the Uber driver was showing me around and I said to him I want something to eat.
Oh.
So I went to the shop and he says, do you want egg with chips? So I was like, yeah. So they came and served me and I just seen chips. So I said to them, no, I just seen an omelette, that was it. I said to them, where's the chips? And we're like, it's there, it's inside.
Where's the chips part? I was trying to eat it with chicken, but I guess it's not cut. It's just a big old half of chicken. Do you want to eat it too? I don't know. Okay.
This is kind of greasy. This is very greasy.
Really?
Yeah, this chips mayo is very, very greasy.
So I'm eating some cuckoo and chips mayo. Let me see.
How do you find the food here?
Good. It's like the chicken is tasty today. The food here, honestly, I feel like the local food, I haven't gotten too much of a variety. You know what I mean? Like coming from the US, you can just make and order all types of different types of food every single day. So many different types of things. But here, the local food is pretty much every restaurant you go to, it's either like local foods, which is just like usually chicken or fish or beef, sometimes pork, which is typically either barbecued or stew meat. And it's always like a side, like the rice, chips or chips mayo, and then the ugali. And that's pretty much mostly what I found here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So honestly, I've been feeling a little bit like I want some more variety.
Yeah.
You know, oh, can we get that sauce? There's this little, like,
Which one? That one?
yeah,
That one?
I guess both of them. They have this sauce that is kind of similar to ketchup. And they call it just, I guess, a tomato sauce. And then they have a hot sauce and they call that pili pili. And I like it. And they usually just dip everything in those, give it some more flavor, like ketchup. But they also have American ketchup here too. See, that's what I like about this. It's more tangy.
Yeah.
The vinegary.
Yeah. The thing I find odd here is that so many there's so many fruits and there's so many vegetables, such a high variety, but when you go to the shops or the restaurants, they don't sell any of it.
Right, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Natural foods, local foods, like you can go and buy so many fruits and vegetables, and we love fruits and vegetables. But then you go to the restaurants, and they're usually focusing on like starches and meats. And coming from the US, I mean, food is like diverse everywhere, but my diet in the US had lots of more green smoothies, vegetables, and fruits. But coming here at all the restaurants, when they prepare the food, you just don't get to see much of that, I would say, in my experience.
Yeah, it's true. So, we should say, can you always tell them how we met?
How do we meet?
Here.
In the kitchen.
Yeah. Instead of coffee.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So, we're in an Airbnb right now. So we've been staying here for a while. I went to Arusha with my mom and came back. But when we first got here, me and my mom was staying here in one of the rooms, and I was in the kitchen stirring some coffee. And then Naomi comes in and she's like, hey, and we're like, hey. And so we literally met in the kitchen, and became friends really quickly. And pretty much since then, you know, been living both of our lives from the same house. And yeah, it's been kind of natural, don't you think?
Yeah. And our birthdays are 2 days apart.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're the same star sign.
So we're both Aries. My birthday is March 28th.
Mine's March 26th.
So we were like, what? And we both are kind of similar when it's like, you know, we see some stuff going on around the world. Oh yeah, we gotta eat that next. Okay. We see some stuff going on in the world, and if we feel a need to move and do something about it, we probably will we're that type of star sign that will just jump and do it.
Yeah. And her mom's the same star sign.
Oh yeah. Hey mom, she's an Aries too. It's like, where are all these Aries coming from? We should do like a study, like what star signs just, you know, stop everything, pack up their stuff and move. Which star signs do it the most? I'm pretty sure it would be Aries, yeah.
My nan had a best friend when we were growing up. My auntie was best friend with her children. And when I was growing up, my auntie used to say, no, their mum used to always travel. She was, I think she was born same day as me or a couple of days after. She'd be here, she'd be in America, she'd be in America for a couple of weeks, she'd be back, and she'd go here, she was always moving. Just got up and went. And that suited me.
Yep.
I've got an urge. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Yeah, same here. I know that I try to be strategic about stuff and plan stuff out a lot, but once I, plan everything out, I'm out of there. You want to eat the
ugali.
Ugali, yeah.
So you can see it on the camera.
Yeah, they can see it, I think. So we'll switch it up, ugali and samaki.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food, y'all.
I know, it's a lot. We've got dinner for tomorrow.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay. They all usually come in these little foil thingies.
Yeah. So ugali, it's just like, you just pick it with your hand like that. Similar to like what you do with bantu and that when you eat in Ghana, when you eat with stews, you kind of roll it and then just get the stew, don't you?
Yep. Hold up. They didn't put our little green stuff in there. Remember the greens? I don't know if it was spinach.
Oh yes.
That junk is so yummy.
That is amazing. Spinach, yeah. They make really good spinach here, to be honest.
We need to tell them, like, all this food came from the same restaurant.
Yeah, what's it called?
Mbezi? Pinoy,
yeah.
Resto,
yeah.
Yes, okay, we got it. Okay.
Yeah.
They have 2 locations. One for sure is in Mbezi Beach, on this main road. What is this main road?
I was thinking that the other day.
It's like
the main road that runs from Mbezi all the way straight through to Masaki.
Yeah.
So everyone should know that main road.
Yeah. I was just like, look, y'all should just know. I know there's a road behind, the main road behind this where you get to Sala Sala, Goba, and that's called Bagamoyo Road.
Yeah.
Why do I know that road so much?
Yeah, you always know that road.
Yeah. But this road that we live on, that we're on every single day, I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, so this fish, can they see this?
It's like what fish is it?
I have no idea.
It looks like it's a smoked fish, doesn't it? Like it's been smoked. It's quite dark, isn't it? And in like a stew. So you kind of use the stew for the ugali part.
Exactly.
Ugali.
Yeah. It's good. Like, you want some of these, I don't know, I like to put this little vegetable sauce on everything. It's tangy. It has fresh veggies in it. That's the only thing that I feel like I'm missing when we order food is like the fresh, like vegetables. It feels like a lot of starch.
You find that though, even in Ghana, like the food, like they do like dishes that are just spinach. You've got one called contumra, or something like that. It's like spinach. But when it comes to eating, if they and they've got like okra soup, which is obviously okra, which is like gumbo. It's more than it's like gumbo. But then other than that, if they're eating, say, a meal with rice, they won't usually have salad with it or vegetables like we do. No.
Yeah.
Can you make gumbo?
Hell no. Can you?
No. The only time she made it the other day.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
She gonna have to make us some. Oh, you know why? Because she's from Louisiana. They are known for making gumbo and the tastiest food of life. In America, we have a friend who also just recently moved over here named Dione. Does she watch YouTube?
Yeah, she
does. We make YouTube videos, but I do not watch them because I hate watching videos. I hate it so much.
Yeah. She just likes to read, that's it.
I love reading. All I do is read. So Dione, she's from Louisiana in the U.S., and that is the home of just art, culture, food. It's oh my gosh, the food is so good.
Really, I haven't been there.
Oh my gosh, I don't think you're gonna go.
I don't think I'll ever get to go.
Who's like, I want to say, ooh, you should come one day. And I'm like, oh, when are we ever gonna go back to America? When are you going back to the UK? When am I going back to America? Are we gonna be able to?
I don't mind staying in Tanzania forever. I don't mind staying here forever.
At first, I came here for 6 months. To let stuff play out how it was gonna play out in the US. And that's still my plan. You know, I feel like a lot of craziness is about to happen. It's already obviously been happening throughout the year, but I feel like there's more craziness to come in the West. Yeah. And the craziness is, it seems like it's planned for the winter months. Yeah. The fall, winter, which is pretty much starting now, going through December. So if the stuff doesn't get that crazy, in 6 months, I'll still be open, you know, to going back to the U.S.
To live, or?
Yeah, to live. But my higher self is telling me that would be a miracle. That would be a miracle if things are not ruined and destroyed. Yeah. So, with that being said, I can just stay here and live the rest of my life here too.
So how do you find it in Tanzania?
I like it because honestly, like I came over here prepared to like live a minimalist, basic life, but I actually have not had to start doing that yet because there's so much available already here in this city that we're in, Dar es Salaam. It's very well connected. It's really a big city. Yeah. It's really actually modern. Yeah. You know what I mean? My life is not that different than it was in Chicago. Yeah. When I was living downtown Chicago, I didn't need a car, and so if I went around, I would just use Uber. We have Uber here. Yeah. You know, so many food restaurants and stuff, so many local markets, and so many groceries, shopping stores. Yeah. You know, so in U.S. we have like Target, Walmart, stores like that. And here we have similar grocery stores. Yeah. Mainly, the big ones are called Shoppers. Yeah.
Then you got the Game. Got the Game, which is a big department store, and that sells everything from food to kitchen accessories to fridges to beds, TVs, like literally everything in there. So it's true, like when you go into like the city, or even if you're driving down to like where Palm Village.
Mikocheni.
Yeah. They've got so many just nice boutique shops, furniture shops. Everything that you want. Everything that you want.
Yeah. Everything that you can think of, they pretty much have it here. I was nervous about packing. Like I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to bring so much stuff that I know they're not gonna have, and that was not true. Most of it, they either have that exact item or they have the same brand, but the version is just slightly different because in every country, people like things differently. You know what I mean? Just like restaurants, like okay, we have Pizza Hut here. Yes. In the U.S., you have Pizza Hut?
We have Pizza Hut.
Okay. KFC in the UK. Yeah. So we have that in the U.S. too, but we typically in the U.S. don't eat corn on pizza. But we eat like mushrooms and green peppers. You come here, they have Pizza Hut, and it tastes exactly the same, but they have different versions of pizza where they have corn on it because they like to eat corn more here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so you have the same things, and similar brands, but just different varieties based on each country's likes and dislikes, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just tasting the rice now.
I forgot. I think it's good. It tastes like fried rice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. The thing about this restaurant we like is, well, I like that everything tastes really fresh and clean. Yeah. And they have 2 locations, which I haven't been to the other one.
No.
This one is right behind us, so it's really easy access. It's very close by.
And it's quite cheap because this food, so we've got fried rice, we've got samaki, which is fish, we've got ugali, we've got whole chicken,
Yeah.
we've got chips mayo,
Yep.
we've got a drink, and it comes to
17.
29, so it literally came to about £10 in English. In English money, for half a whole chicken alone would be about £5. With the rice, that would probably be about 10. That would be that's all you get for that price in England. The chicken and the rice. We've got fish. And then we've got the chips mayo, we've got the garlic, we've got the drink, the juice.
And American money, that's about $10, more or less, for all this food. For a whole chicken? No.
Exactly.
Whole chicken, rice, fish. Like, we literally got 3 whole, like, kind of like meals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the US, that would typically be like $30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus delivery fee, plus tax. You would probably be looking at like $40 for all this food, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But this was like around $10. So this is definitely an inexpensive restaurant, and it's great. And the local foods are actually really inexpensive too.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Now, we can say, since we're in a very big city, the largest city I would say here, they do have all kind of other restaurants, more westernized.
Yeah. You have like wing joints and burger joints. Everything, like any type of restaurant that you want, they've got it here. Really.
Really?
Yeah.
Italian?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What do they love here so much? What type of food do they love? Please, I know you know.
Chips.
Well, okay. When I got here, I looked at the menu and I saw that they had chips. Every single place you went. French fries, French fries, French fries,
Yeah.
French fries, French fries, everywhere. Every restaurant, every meal. Like, one time I tried to order some chicken the other day. The man really said, no chips? Like, it's in Africa? Africa. French fries everywhere. I would have never imagined.
No.
I was like, really? Tanzania is obsessed with French fries? With everything. So yeah, they love French fries. They can't, I don't know. If you're from Tanzania, let us know if you feel differently. Like, no, the chips are not that popular, but that's all I see. Oh my gosh. Oh, but no. What type of other like nationality of food do they have on
Indian food?
Indian food on every menu you see.
Yeah.
It's so surprising. I wasn't ready for that.
In Kenya as well, I think that there's a high Indian influence
Mhm.
in this part of
And population.
in this part. So you know, there's a lot of biryanis,
Yeah.
pillow rice,
Tiki
pilau.
masali.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Chapatis, like they eat chapatis in the morning, like for breakfast and stuff. So yeah, you have a high Indian influence here in regards to the food. But people on my comment when I talk about the food, they always say that there's so many different like foods, but I just never see them. Like when we went to the restaurant last Saturday, we went to Shishi takeaway.
Oh yeah.
And it was literally more or less the same, was it?
Yeah. Local, like
Chips. You had chips. You had chips in sauce, so it's like chips with
vegetables,
vegetables. Yeah, vegetables, chicken, and then there was a sauce thrown on it, and it was just all mixed up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what'd you have? Oh, you had fish. So
I
you had
fish
samaki and
rice. Yeah.
So we just had this, but we always have this all the time.
Yeah.
Unless we cook our own foods.
Yeah.
She's been cooking more. I have not yet. But obviously I'm going to start because we need some more diversity. But I mean, if you want to go to the restaurants that have all the other types of food, they have them. But they're more expensive. You know what I mean? Remember we tried to go to that Korean restaurant?
Yeah.
That shit
That was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. For one dish it was like 35,000, which is about, it's over, that was like just for the meat. So it would be like 35,000, which is about, in English money, that's about £12.50, and then you still have to buy your sides and stuff. So your meal would end up probably being about £20.
Yeah.
Which is probably about $25. Which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
For here.
For here, yeah. In America, $25 for a meal. You probably are used to that. You know what I mean? But to come here, and now we're so used to spending local money on cheaper dishes, we're probably like, whoa, like what's $20 for a meal? That's crazy, you know. So we did not end up eating there, but that's for a whole nother reason. Should we tell them the reason on this video?
Yeah, you can, because you heard it loud and clear.
Oh.
I've seen it before in Ghana, and I've had to kind of close my mouth and just pretend I didn't hear and walk out of the place, because if I open my mouth, they probably would want to come and invest me.
Yeah.
So I've had to just kind of had to hold it. So you tell them what you saw.
Okay. We come into the Korean restaurant because I love kimchi. Like when I left the US recently, I was so obsessed with kimchi. I never thought that I would find it here, like at a restaurant, so I didn't expect it. So I expected, like, at the most, they may have the ingredients for me to make it myself. But I just Googled it and I found a restaurant that had kimchi. So we went to try to get some Korean food. Where were we? Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay.
Yeah, so we went there. We walk in and we asked for a menu. We didn't have a seat or anything. And so there were the guys who worked there who gave us the menu. And that's when we saw the food was like 35,000 T shillings.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, whoa, you know. And while we're looking at the menu, the customer base in the restaurant, you know, we are in Tanzania, and the customer base for the restaurant were mostly like white people and Asian people. And we were like, oh, okay, you know, like at the restaurants that we've been going to, like it's mostly been I would say African, black people, you know, so it was like, oh, that's interesting because we haven't seen that as much yet, like just with the whole entire restaurant filled with, you know, a diverse type of people. So I look up and there's this Asian man who looked very mad and very rude and mean. He looked up and he turned around. He was at a table full of like, it seemed like 8 to 10 like other Asian guys. He looked up, turned around, and he was just like, to the black
waiter.
What? I can't, I'm speechless because I was just like, to the black waiter. And what the waiter did was he literally looked up, he was like, oh, okay, and like ran to give him some kimchi. And we were just standing there like, what the fuck just happened? I felt like I was in a slave movie.
Yeah.
It was just like things were in slow motion, and the attitude of the overall restaurant was that was so normal.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
yeah.
Oh, we have to go. Like I was like, I'm not spending my money here.
Walked out because I thought I'm not spending my money there. No way.
Never. I couldn't even believe that was allowed. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've been here for like, how long have I been here? I don't know. Like a month and a half, I think now, almost. And that's my first time seeing something like that here.
I used to see that in Ghana quite a lot, to be honest. Like, I was in a restaurant, and obviously they always put the Africans as at the front of the house. But a lot of them are owned by Chinese people. And I remember one of the Chinese men came in and he was sitting down, and I didn't realise he was a manager. And he called some of the staff over, one or two of the members of staff over. He just started shouting at them and being really disrespectful. And I was like, I felt like opening my mouth and be like, who do you think you're talking to?
Right.
Don't come into Ghana,
Right.
where, you know, we're giving you the opportunity, because if we didn't buy your food,
Hello.
Exactly. And I didn't realise that they owned it until then. And you know, come and try and disrespect people, because if you couldn't go to China and have a black man have his business in China, a black man probably couldn't even have a business like that in China, to be honest.
Exactly.
And then you're going to talk to a Chinese. Sorry people, the camera put out.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Even a black man would never be able to speak to a Chinese member of staff like in China like that. They'd probably go and chop him up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
Never. But it's allowed to happen here. Why?
And that's what we need to do. We need to start talking up and not allowing that to happen, and start seeing these people as, you know, above us, because they're not.
Exactly.
They're coming for a reason.
Exactly. I know that. I told my mom, and she was like, she went off. She was like, no. Do you know what I would have done to that man?
Her mom would have as well.
Yeah, I know. She's so crazy. But typically in the U.S., you know, since I'm an Aries too, I typically would go off too. But I just had to tell her, like, in that situation, since I just got here to this country, I don't know the climate of stuff, and I didn't know who that man was, if I would have gotten arrested. And probably a little bit later on, like, I wouldn't have a problem standing up for myself and other people, and especially the black local people of this country, like, you know, once I understand everything a little bit more. But I don't know, I was just trying to, like, look, you know, we both were just like, kind of like, okay, we're definitely not going to spend our money here. Maybe later on, that's probably when I'll start standing up and, like, being like, putting my foot down and, like, saying, like, no, you're not going to treat people like this here. What do you think this is, you know?
Yeah. And that's why more of us need to come back home, because obviously a lot of people who are in Africa, Tanzania, Ghana, they've never been out. So they've never lived. All they see is these people coming into the country, setting up little businesses, and they say, oh well, they're helping us out, but we've lived amongst them, we know what they're really about, we've lived amongst them. So it's for us to come back and let them see, and kind of, you know, instead of allowing them to open up all these businesses, we do it, kind of thing, and kind of push them out. Because we can't go to their countries and do that. We can't do it like in England. Black people can reach so far in most industries, because they really can reach to a certain level, because they keep the higher jobs for their own people. And the same, if you went to China, we would be able to get the, you know, them, you know, have big jobs, and they don't have it, because they leave it for their people. So we need to come here and do the same thing.
Exactly, because we've allowed them to come here, and now it's like normalized.
Mosquito.
They better stop trying to attack us while we're doing a video. They're so disrespectful.
We're always getting attacked by mosquitoes every day.
It's like a thing. We are against the mosquitoes. It's fine, but we have to start coming here, creating our own. You know what I mean? Hiring our own, and changing the whole, you know, viewpoint of what it means to, like, be successful, be black, and be successful on our own turf, on our own land, and stop letting them come and mistreat us and make other people think that they are, like, you are beneath me because I came here to your country and I started a business and you work for me, you are beneath me. Like, no.
No way.
That's crazy. Way. I was so surprised to see that shirt. I was so mad. I was so disgusted.
I mean, I feel like I've been eating forever.
Me too. I was like, oh wow, we've been eating. Like, are we gonna have dinner for tomorrow? Because we've been working this.
I've still got half a chicken.
True. And all this rice.
That's rice. The ugali can't be really.
Yeah, we tried to reheat ugali. Maybe y'all have some tips, but their tip might be like, eat your damn food, so you don't have to reheat it. But we weren't able to reheat it to where it was a good consistency like before. So the ugali we probably won't be able to reheat.
Yeah, because last time we got one each, and I probably ate a tiny little bit of it. And then there's still loads of this one left. There's loads.
It's a big snowball. So, like, okay, what do you feel like for the people who, like, are not in Tanzania but they watch so many videos and they want to come here? What do you think?
I think that at the moment time's running out, and I think that, like what people are saying, there was like a little bracket to get out of the West, because I don't know what you believe, but I think that most people that watch our videos are people who do want to leave the diaspora, who are diaspora and want to leave. But I read someone say on one of my videos yesterday saying that there's diasporans who want to leave for different reasons. Some are spiritual, some are just more Pan-African, some are, you know, what would you call it when you're into, somebody could say, I don't like the word conspiracy theorists.
I know, right?
A lot of these things are not conspiracy theories.
There's not conspiracies
that was the
anymore.
word. I think that was created, wasn't it, during...
what's his name? The president. It was created by the CIA. What is that president? Kennedy. During the Kennedy era, sorry. And they created it for people who knew that he was assassinated and they knew the truth. So they decided to create this term to make it seem like those people didn't know what they were talking about and they were crazy. So that's a term that was created by the CIA to discredit people who have done their own research and analyzed all of the data that they received and have come to their own conclusion. That typically, I would say, there's a high percentage of people who they're right.
Yeah.
These conspiracy theorists, I know some of them are a little bit out there with their ideas and such, but a lot of them are completely true. But they just, that term was used to
make them look crazy.
Yeah. And
basically.
Yeah. And I don't care who calls me that. You know what I mean? Because now I'm seeing all the destruction happen.
Yeah.
And so it looks like the research that I've done throughout my life must be kind of right.
Definitely. I think so too.
Yeah.
So I just think that people like we're in nearly the end of September now.
Oh yeah, we're almost at the end of September. I honestly think that people should be out. People should get to where they think they want to be for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I think that stuff is going to be locked down again really soon. And they wherever it is that they think they want to be, whether it's in their country, another one, this one, they need to be there and be prepared to be there for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
With probably a little bit of chaos. And they need to get there by the second week of October, at least sooner if possible, but that's probably the latest, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, what about you?
I think around the same time. That's why I kind of came here when I did. I wanted to ensure that I was able to film without no problems. Without no tests and stuff. So I believe the same thing as well. Even though, like, I know I was saying to you yesterday, like, do I think that's something, because obviously we've got these tests that they're doing at the moment, really and truly, there's not really if they've got these tests that they're testing people before they travel, then there shouldn't be a reason to, like, lock down borders and stuff again, but you were saying that.
I was saying that
probably still would.
Yeah, I was saying that makes a lot of sense, what you're saying. But the things that have made sense this year, they're still doing the opposite. Because if that were true, then if everybody has to, get tested before they get on a plane, with certain airlines and all this other stuff, you have to be negative before you fly and all this other stuff, then why are they requiring the masks still? You know what I mean? And in situations where people are 6 feet apart from each other naturally, like in parks, you know what I mean? People aren't that close to each other. In situations where they're so far apart from each other already, why are they still required to wear the mask then in those situations? I don't think we're thinking deeply enough about why these decisions are being made, because they don't make any sense.
No.
So since your theory makes sense, that doesn't mean it's
gonna happen.
So they're not really basing it off of common sense and intelligence.
The whole narrative is twisted.
Right.
The whole narrative, if you put it together, it just makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever. But that's what the people are talking about now, is that most of what's happening in the world about everything is inverted. So anything that has been deemed as false, it's probably actually true. Anything that they claim is true, it's probably actually false. Everything is inverted right now, and it's to confuse the masses. Everybody needs to be confused and not know what's going on. Why? To create more fear, and more fear creates more submission. And we bow down to the leaders who are making all the decisions because we're in so much fear. So
fear is false evidence appearing real. Remember that.
Boom. Hello. We are not to live in fear. Fear actually weakens your immune system.
And lowers your vibration.
Completely. Like if you have somebody who has so much faith in positivity, and they know everything's going to be all right and work out. Their aura and their vibration is vibrating so far out from their bodies. It's like a bright shining star. The other person who's like in so much fear, it's suppressing their vibration. It's lowering them so much. It's harder for them to manifest things that they want and attract things because they don't have enough spiritual power because they are living in fear.
And that kind of blocks out the intuition, the natural intuition that kind of just goes, kind of thing.
So then they have to depend on the government stuff because their intuition is not working as strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just have to I think people just have to start, I don't know, like make sure they're meditating and doing stuff like that. And being in silence, being on your own as well, because sometimes other people's energy, so if you're around somebody whose energy isn't, who's in fear and stuff, that can naturally rub off, come onto you.
Exactly.
So you have to be careful of who you're around as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And stay true to yourself. And if you have this like inkling inside of you, even though all the people in the news and everything around you is saying that this is false or this is true, but you feel differently within yourself, it's time that we start being quiet and being in silence and trusting ourselves and listening to ourselves and making the right decision for ourselves, even if your friends are saying different, even if your family's saying different. We are here. My mom's here. Your dad is coming. But for the most part, we're just here. And it's because we just have listened to our own intuitions and allowed people to call us crazy or like, or been like, why are you doing this? And we're like, because, and they're like, okay, like we have just listened to our intuitions and this is what we feel good with. And we're here and I be laughing every day. I'm happy. You seem the same. And I think I made the right choice.
I made the right choice too. And there's so many people that we've met on the way. There's so many people. So you'd be shocked by how many people are here.
You would be shocked.
Every day.
New people keep flying in every day. We're just like, whoa. So many people out from the West.
So many people. So
if you're one of them, welcome. We know this word. Welcome. It's not Habari. Karibu! Karibu.
Karibu,
I know. So, Karibu.
I'm full. I can't eat anymore.
I'm so full. It was good.
So what would you rate it out of 10?
Are we rating it based on taste or are we rating it based on just every single thing? Convenience, taste, customer service, like everything, or just taste?
I think everything.
Let's see.
Or we can give them all separate. We could say, okay then, taste, customer service.
Okay, let's do that then. Taste, I would say it's in between a 7.5 and 8.
Yeah, that's for me because I think I've had chips mayo from different places and this one was good. Don't you think it was greasy?
Yeah,
it was really greasy. Seemed like the chips were quite probably just sitting them. But then when you have chips and you fry them a long time and then the grease just...
Yeah, you have to kind of get them in there.
The chicken was fine.
Yeah, the chicken was good. I like the flavor.
Yeah.
The fish, it was fine.
Yeah, I like the sauce. The sauce.
I really like the sauce. Yeah. The rice, I like the taste of the rice.
The rice was nice.
The veggies, it was seasoned really well.
Yeah.
I think that's called kumachari.
Oh. I don't know.
I really don't know either, but I know it starts with a K. So I'm sure somebody's gonna correct me in the comments. I'm sure you gotta love it. That's tasty, So overall, I would say 7.5 to 8. You know what I mean? And that's just overall based on my taste in food. We've had a lot of food in life, so I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We haven't tasted the brownie or the juice yet, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Desserts is a whole different thing for me in this country. I gotta be real.
She's not feeling the desserts at all. Every single time she gets one, she's like, no, I'm not eating. Every single time.
I'm still searching, okay? No offense, I probably just have different taste buds and I'm used to different things, you know.
Yeah.
But for here, like we used to have a bakery. I used to bake a lot, so it's like And I like to eat foods that are tasty because if I'm gonna eat foods that have calories and lots of calories, it needs to taste good.
Really good.
If not, I can drink water, just eat kale and spinach all day with no taste, and just eat stuff that's completely just veggies and fruits. But if I'm gonna be eating stuff that has like lots of calories, I want it to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that the desserts here, they just don't. They need just a little dash of like a little salt. I think it's all just so sweet, and there's nothing to balance it out, and the ingredients, maybe the flour tastes different, just stuff like that. Yeah. I'm still looking. Yeah. But,
I think it could be the flour and the butter.
Yeah.
It could be that.
Yeah. I don't know what type of, it seems like maybe even the margarine, people are using margarine
rather than butter.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll get it there one day. I haven't been here that long, so. But how about, what else do we rate them on?
Customer service.
Customer service, I like the customer service. I would give the customer service a definite, like, customer service, I honestly can give them between a 9.5 and a 10 because they really seem to be on it with being
they try. They do try.
Yeah, really responsive, in person, on the phone. Yeah. They really try to get us what we want, and I love that. So I rate that pretty high.
Yeah, the manager's really good. I bought some chicken last week and it was a bit dry, and I brought it back to the manager and he was so apologetic, and he's like got me a new one made and everything. So he really does try. He's good on customer service.
Yeah.
He didn't question me at all. He just like, okay, I'm sorry, took it and done me a new one. So
yeah. The last thing would probably be like convenience, maybe.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little different for us because it's like their menu is so large and we don't know all of the language. Yeah. So we have to kind of like Google like, what is this and what is that? And then we like to give different things and stuff. So we're like trying to like order online, and you know, it can be a long and confusing process.
Yeah, very. It took us about 45 minutes to get the order through.
Yeah. And maybe if we were just ordering like one simple thing, like ugali samaki. That would have been simple. Yes, simple and probably fast. But we wanted all these different things, and so I think the menu online could definitely be.
Yeah, I think it just needs to be condensed. Because I think that with restaurants, I don't think that you need to have a big menu to be a good restaurant. Sometimes you just you could have 10 things on the menu,
and make them really good.
Make them really good, and then you could be the best restaurant in town. Yeah. Sometimes when you try to do everything, it kind of just messes things up. Yeah. Confuses people. Yeah. It's a little confusing. And you can't, you don't get to master like that one specialty, that one area. Yeah. So for that part, I would probably say a 6. Yeah, probably about 6. Because honestly, I'm not used to people in this country having a website. Yes. And being able to order online. Yeah. So that's good. That's the good part of it. Yeah. It's just that once you get there, that's where all the confusion starts and stuff. But I don't know when this restaurant was open. Like it takes a minute to. It takes time. Yeah. Around this area, there's not many. Well, I think that's probably one of the only restaurants nearby that we can say we can go to and it's consistent. There's not many others. Oh yeah, that's true. Some of the others would probably be for more locals. Yeah, and very, very limited. Very limited, yeah. They would have typically, like if you see these restaurants on the streets, they'll usually have chicken, barbecue chicken, chips, mayo, and chips, and skewers. Yes. Kebabs. Yeah, those kebabs, like the skewers of chicken and maybe beef. Do they sometimes have beef, or is it usually chicken? On like the menu of the local. Yeah. It's like chicken. Yeah, so it's like really a very simplified menu of like meat and potato, pretty much. It's some form of meat, some form of potato, and it's usually barbecued meat and then like fried potato. And samosas. Oh, samosas. Yes, samosas, sambusas. With beef, chicken, and vegetable. I've seen that. And samosas are actually quite nice. Yeah, they're good. They're tasty. Yeah, I forgot about that. They always have that with the chips and the meat. Yeah. So I guess that was a good dinner. Yeah, it was. Maybe we should do one with fresh
fruits and veggies or something one day.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Because, and just to find some other, there's actually a bean thing that they eat. It's like brown beans or like a brown sauce. Have you seen that?
Is it like a stew?
Yeah,
or is it like a
beans? It's like brown, like a light brownie.
That's interesting that you said that, because on this menu they have something that's it's like maharange or something like that, and I think I googled it and it was beans, so maybe that's what that is. I haven't had it though yet.
Yeah, there's some other stuff, isn't it? It's just about just testing things and finding things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We still haven't been here that long, so
yeah.
Each day, each week, we're testing and seeing what we like. You know, even rating that experience from 1 to 10, it's been like an 8 for me, because I'm finding a lot of stuff that I like.
Yeah.
You know, I have a everyday normal routine, so I have a routine down where obviously I'm satisfied with the stuff I'm finding.
Yeah.
It's just that there's so much out there,
yeah.
and so many stores have so many different things, and you just have to keep on going. The city is so big.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
There's so much. Like, I went to a restaurant the other day, and I asked for a vegetable burger. It's probably the best vegetable burger I've ever tasted.
Really?
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Where?
Palm Village.
Really?
A little restaurant. There's like a little cafe. It's a bakery and a cafe in one. In front of Palm Village, and the best veggie burger I've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really nice. So
Yummy.
you can get everything that you want here. You can.
Oh yeah, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was good. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too.
Eating food and talking.
We behind our YouTube lives, we both do this all the time. Like, we're both always talking and chilling and stuff. So I think it was a really good idea to like show some on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just, eat good food.
Eat a lot of food.
A lot of food. In England, people always do mukbangs.
Really?
Yeah, loads of people do them. Like, I watch this couple, they're called Diana and Ahmed. And they've got several channels, and one of them's called Let's Eat Stuff.
Okay.
You've got to eat stuff, that's what it's called. And like, they get like Nigerian food. The other day they did one with Ethiopian food. And they did one with Nigerian, they did one with like seafood. Do you have seafood boils?
Yeah.
Seafood boil. And that looks so nice. It's like lobster tail. And that sauce that always looks so nice. They just do different ones, and it's really,
I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, I know in the US I've seen those too. I didn't ever know what it was called, because you know me, I don't watch videos. And it looks interesting, but no matter how interesting something looks, I feel like it would have to give me some really good information for me to sit there and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just weird, but I don't like movies. I don't like sitting and watching anything. I just like reading, so I'm weird. So I've seen it. And I'm not going to sit up here and be a representative for the whole US and be like, oh yeah, we don't do mukbangs, because I know they do. I just haven't watched them. You know what I mean?
I think it all started off where, what's it called? There's another word for it, when then people like to listen to people eating.
Oh, ASMR?
Yes. That's when I started seeing them, because there was a point when this ASMR was like going around, wasn't it?
Yes.
There's people paying, like you get men paying women just to eat and hear the sound of them.
Yeah, eating and crackling and
that's
so weird.
Yeah, weird. I just started seeing mukbangs, and I just started watching a couple of them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool beans.
So yeah, people, that is the end of our mukbang. I hope you enjoyed it. And as you know, I'm Naomi, the Black Travelista, and my YouTube is the Black Travelista. And
my YouTube is It's Amber Simone, because my name is Amber Simone. And you can watch more videos, and maybe go to her page too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And say hey. Yeah. So don't forget to go like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, because remember, sharing is caring. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Sharing is caring. So share this video and share it with the world. And come like, comment, and subscribe to our stuff. See you later. Bye. We are crazy.